wonderful sound of that 5-cylinder Genet radial engine up front. Developing some 105 horsepower. Rolls-Royce Merlin, the Gypsy Major engines, and something like this Genet 5-cylinder radio. It's very evocative of aviation in times gone by. Our gliders still being towed aloft by the Shuttleworth collection Piper Super Cub. One of our gliders has released.
Flew in August 1935. It was designed specifically as a sport glider, and it was a redesign and improvement on the Grano Baby, which you see next to it, resulting in the T6 version. We built 21 of these as civilian aircraft, but they were immediately co-opted into the RAF during World War II to train combat glider pilots. Another interesting little fact about the Kirby Kite, that they were also used to test the new chain home radar system just before the Battle of Britain to see if wooden aircraft could be picked up on the screen. They proved that they could be, provided the operators knew what
the Brown machine following up. The Grano Baby dates from 1952, at least this particular example, designed by Edmund Schneider and first built at a factory in Silesia in Poland in 1931. Since then, the aircraft has been built in some 20 countries around the world, including Brazil.
Coming World War II, which, of course, under international law was banned. They were not allowed to increase their air force. So young German pilots were encouraged to take up sport flying and aerobatics competitions. And in fact, an aerobatics competition was even part of the notorious 1936 Olympic Games. Hitler was keen to show off Germany's aviation industry and prowess, so included an aerobatics championship in the event. And unsurprisingly, a German pilot, Otto von Hagenberg, won the competition for Germany. Guess what? In a Steigertz.
And plenty of latterly famous German World War II pilots also did their basic training on the Stieglitz. Ernest Udet, Gerd Angelis, Emil Koff, to name but three.
That was the international sign for that one.
No, you see, they just can't resist coming back, can they? Surrey, based on an original Fokker design, and alongside the City 29, the Conquer Swift. Zero forward visibility.
You're just looking over the top of the wing at the prop tip. That little podger wing, since there were a lot of German aircraft down by this thing, but of course
nearly 1,300 in the closing stages of the World War I period.
it was a very difficult aircraft to fly, and it was a very nasty aircraft if you got it wrong. Big radial engine up the front there, massive torque problems. It would whip round and turn you over on landing and take off if you weren't careful. The experienced fighter pilots used this torque roll to good advantage, because one way it would take you around a lot quicker than the other way. But unfortunately, the Germans caught onto this very quickly, and then they decided that they wouldn't attack you from that side, they would always attack you from the other side. So it was swings and roundabouts all the time, nip and tuck. And that was development of aircraft all the way through the World Wars, both First World War and Second World War. What a sight!
Well, 5,490 Sopwith Camels were built, an enormous number of aircraft, including carrier-based variants. The type remained in service until 1920. Closure rotary engine, 130 horsepower up front, top speed of 113 miles an hour, and a range of about 300 miles.
Now look at those two aircraft now. I can tell you now, that was in a dogfight. That triplane
Backbone of what has now become the world famous Shuttleworth collection of historic aircraft and vehicles. At Board, flew again in 1998. One or two minor engine problems with the aircraft and some aileron flutter that needed to be worked out. The aircraft in the distinctive livery of National Flying Services, who operated a number of air routes in the United Kingdom at Shuttleworth,
because hours and hours and hours in cold hangars in January with spanners and hammers, that's what you get. So ladies and gentlemen, give our engineers a big round of applause.
Companies like Imperial Airways, they operated DeSuter for charter work, and also the National Flying Services, the livery of the Shuttleworth collection aircraft. And the DeSuter was also used for a number of air races. In 1933, actually, Don Air, Flight Lieutenant Don Air, finished in 4th place in the King's Cup air races of that year, averaging 116 miles an hour. After suffering some engine problems during the races in the 1935 season, the aircraft was then sold to Richard Shuttleworth, who brought it to Warden in 1936 to be used in his aviation company based in Leicester. Lovely period sound of that 115 horsepower Series Hermes Mark II engine on the DeSuter.
Also holds a very sad record too. The De Soto was the first commercial faithful airliner in New Zealand.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, killed 3 of them when it went out.
Growing all the time, achieving accolades from around the world. And these aircraft require such specific skills.
It's got to make it smile, isn't it, when you look at a Compa Swift. I remember seeing at the Schneider Trophy air races on the Isle of Wight. We were involved in bringing it back with digital computers. In one of the races there was a Spitfire and a Compa Swift racing as the line, and I think the Compa got it.
Another one of those aircraft designs that when you look at it, okay, the forward visibility from the cockpit is pretty poor or non-existent, but you know, for the time, for the era, it looks the part, doesn't it?
It does.
It's the sort of plane that you see in a Tintin cartoon, I think. Remember Tintin? Also highly distinctive if you look through the undercarriage skin, which was nicknamed the toothpick when the aircraft was eventually in RAF service.
Yeah, if you get the landing wrong, that's not a good place to have a fit, is it?
In his FW44 Stieglitz, the Goldfinch. Lovely little aeroplane, lovely display from him earlier. He's now heading for home in the afternoon sunshine.
To see.
what do you have to do? What do you have to fly in before you get in one of these?
Well, that's a good point, isn't it? I mean, I don't know that there was ever a twin-seater version of the box type, was there?
I think they can take passengers.
Yeah. Whether it was dual control, I don't know.
I wouldn't say it. I wouldn't thought it was dual control, but you can take a passenger. You don't miss about the lights.
Something like that, albeit a replica aircraft, you can see why it's important that the educational element of the Shuttleworth Trust here at Old Warden plays that vital role in creating opportunities to learn more about aviation for the youngsters and those who will make up the backbone of the aviation industry in the future.
I think a big wave and a round of applause for these guys, ladies and gentlemen. Especially the pilot of the box kite. That was an outstanding display.
Come with us. Yeah, come with us. There's space. Yeah, see you on. Yeah, Mike. Thanks a lot. See you on Saturday. Yeah. What do you do?
Well, will you look at that? Oh.
Nigel. What did you do?
Professional.
Was that magic? That's not professional, that's just magic. Absolutely.